Mike Diamond used to be chasing around the town trying to find her Fijians that hadn't turned up in time. You know, you tell them kick-off was 10 and they turn up at 5:02 and wonder if they had time for breakfast. Anyway, here we go.
So the kick's going to be coming from the Huntaboo East Africans, and they're going to kick to the Irish Vikings. Let's see who went home to bed early last night, Brucey.
I think this will be a good game.
And the referee gives this fourth quarter-final underway. Irish Vikings versus the East Africans.
And East Africans up pretty quick on that. They've managed to hold it and they come away with the ball. Vikings not controlling it particularly well. Now, East Africans in a pretty dangerous position. They're only about 5 yards off or 5 metres off the try line. Coming away with the ball, the big fella's going to try and go on his own.
Ran sideways for quite a long way there.
And he's got players out there and he wasn't using them. They seem determined to want to score in the centre.
That pass hasn't gone to hand under pressure. Vikings driving the back, maybe a chance of a turnover. No.
Referee saying played on. Unlucky there for Vikings. They looked like they were going to steal that ball in the ruck, didn't they, Brucey? But then they came back with it. I'm not too sure what he's pinged for a knock on.
The guy that was over the top of the ball must just have touched it forward, I suppose, but didn't see it from here. But good defence in the end.
Yep. I think East Africans actually had a good chance there, but like you say, Bruce, that big fella he just ran sideways and he had 3 or 4 players out wide, and you would have thought he just shifted it, they would have got a try.
When you're a defender, you love seeing him run the sideways. The next guy can get it. Yeah.
The fact that running, Bruce, is the main thing.
I suppose so, yeah. Well, that's almost like cheating, isn't it?
East Africans feed the scrum.
Bit of pressure on, but no solid ball. Under the post. Oh, absolutely dropped cold by East Africans. Yeah,
they're making a bit of a hash of it here, Brucey. They had the scrum, come away with it, put the ball down, gathered it, and then put it down again and knocked it on. So
let's see what Irish do with their second lot of possession, because they didn't do much with the first.
Oh.
You've got a big anniversary party tonight, Leighton.
Yeah, we have indeed, Brucey. It's the 20th anniversary of the Pac Rim tournament that Hong Kong was in with Canada and USA and Japan. It's hard to believe it was 20 years ago, from 1996 to 1998 was when we were in that, and all the lads that were involved with that coming together for a reunion dinner this evening.
And I hear it starts quite late in the evening, so I think you might be tired tomorrow.
Yeah, it could well be. The dinner, yes, it's 9 o'clock. The dinner.
Yeah. Okay, that's a scrum again to the East Africans, being turned over in the scrum. So, Irish Vikings just not getting out their 22.
Yeah, and I mean, it's not as if East Africans have given them a few chances, opportunities to do it. The Vikings haven't capitalised on it, and East Africans should have had a try by now. I think they've had the position, they've had the position.
We go 1-1 with number 2. Oh no, he's gone to his left here.
Need to secure this ball and bring it wide real quick out this way, Brucey. They're going to keep trying to punch it up that side. Need to use a bit of width. And lost the ball.
No, a great turnover by the Irish Vikings. Yeah.
Yep.
Irish Vikings are a team that'd be better going round rather than straight through it, I thought. Really.
Yeah, he did right. Well, it looks like these fellas for the Huntaboo East Africans here got some wheels on them. Yeah. Out wide here, but they don't seem to be too interested in using it at the moment. So a lot of time down in the Irish Vikings half, a couple of good opportunities, but they've not capitalised it, and Vikings have relieved a bit of the pressure now and kicked to the 22.
The assistant referee was pretty mean there, just giving that the 22. It looked a bit further to be. But anyway, this is their chance to get out of the 22. Here we go. Moving it left. Oh, a wee clever switch inside to the big man. And they can keep the ball, yes they have.
Irish Vikings in position, looking to go wide. Cutting back in again. Oh, big tackle there.
That chap that's playing there played for Hong Kong Scottish a couple of years ago. Moved back to the UK, number 10. Great wee player, actually. Great wee player. Yes, Andrew Henderson. He scored some great tries in his couple of seasons for Hong Kong Scottish here. Moved back to UK for work.
Vikings still in control of the ball here, grinding their way up the paddock.
Oh, lovely step from Henderson. He's clean
Nice.
through.
Just about got through. The last two men got him. Now they've turned it over. Penalty against Vikings.
Not much time there. As they just placed the ball, you thought he might have got his support, but no.
It was pretty quick. So penalty awarded to East Africans, and they're going to go for the line out. Didn't get a lot of yards on that one, so they've gone from just one side of the halfway to the other side of the halfway in the Vikings side of the field.
I'm actually quite impressed with the fact that the Vikings have managed to put 2 number 10s on the pitch here. I knew I was getting confused somewhere there, but definitely it was Henderson that had the ball there.
That was a great little break. Good chinking run, but unfortunately got pinged for not releasing, I presume. Line out won by Handaboo East Africans, setting the ball up. Trying to run a lot of it just off the fringes of the ruck here. Lost the ball, must have been knock on. And it's a scrum down, and Irish Vikings to feed.
And looking at the shape of the big number 8 they're bringing on, I think they're going to go for the same tactics. Through the middle lane, I don't think he'll be scampering out wide. I think this East African team was gathering last night late, and I think they've got a couple of Kiwis in there, just giving a bit of direction to them as well. They've brought with them.
Vikings win their scrum comfortably. Going more on the blind side. Trying to run it up, but the East Africans are up to the task. Holding the line nicely. Tackle midway between the 10 and 22. Vikings come away with the ball. Making yards, but make it the hard way. Referee blows, and he's going to call.
Knock on again, I think, Lee.
Yeah.
Just must have been in just when it hit the ground. Just both teams struggling just to get any momentum into that game. Penalty at the scrum to Vikings. That's maybe just the chance they're needing to break the game open. Chance here. Oh, good yards. Can they recycle quickly? They can.
Ball comes out to the other number 10. Big man at 5 trying to punch it up. They hold the ball. Might have looked a bit close for a knock on there, but it wasn't. Referee's calling it's open play now. It's a very scrappy looking ruck there.
I think the last guy that went in cleaned out would have been better to pick the ball up, actually. One of the Scottish water boys next to you there, Leighton, but judging by his size, I think he's probably the coach rather than one of the players here.
He could be the whole team.
Could be, yeah.
And here we go, scrum down. Vikings get the feed. Both teams have had opportunities, but just not really put it away, and they've just been let down in the last passage to fail, phase of play, knock on, dropping, or just conceding penalties.
I think Henderson might have a step at them here. Let's see if he takes it to them, whether they've gone down the line. Scrummy's away. Oh, he's
getting Scragg tackled. Woodyard just pulled down just short of the line, and the Vikings get the ball back.
Oh, they might be held up. They might be held up. That'd be great defence for East Africans. Oh no, he's given the penalty. Penalty to Irish Vikings.
Interesting.
Double blast there for a moment. I thought he was looking at a card, but no. It's quite unlucky, I think, for East Africans. Defended it well.
They did well. They had the ball up there, and
and that's route one. Route one for the big number 5 for Vikings, but he's
just pulled down short of the line. The East Africans are defending tenaciously. Another penalty to the Vikings.
This might be it, actually.
There we go.
Quickly.
Yeah, quick tap, and goes in just outside the post for Irish Vikings. They really needed that. It's taken a while, I think, to get some points on the board. Both teams have not really played brilliantly, I would say, Brucey. But
no, and it's really hard if you're defending as the referee just pings you because you're on the back foot. You have to retreat for the penalty.
Yeah.
That was just coming, but.
Well, maybe that'll settle them down a little bit here, and they'll take out from that. And
I think both teams could do with moving the ball out.
Yeah, you did right. A lot of it's been pretty tight play, occasionally down the blind side, but certainly not any big open runs out on the open side there. $20 seconds to go, 18, sorry, in the first half. So this will be the last passage of play. Vikings to kick. Oh, nicely done. Challenge by Vikings. 2 East Africans went up for it, but the sole Vikings player went up, tapped it back nicely. Have the ball on the 22. East Africans scrambling to get back. Vikings come away with the ball again. Cutting back in field. Ball's nicely laid up by Vikings.
Again,
Yep. He's got numbers and he's through that gap. And there he goes. Another try to number 11 for the Vikings, Ian Phillips.
Yep. Good. Well, that's a blow for East Africa there. 20 seconds there.
Yeah.
Had to field the kick off.
Yeah.
Maybe get a bit of an attack themselves. They let the ball get stolen, and that's going to make it hard for them in the second half.
Yeah. A better passage of play by Vikings. I think they managed to complete the phase as well.
They're breaking a few tackles now, actually. Breaking a few tackles, finding some space.
Conversion is good. Irish Vikings 14, East Africans 0 at half time. I've just got time to tell you that before the big game to kick off later on, we do have an exhibition game next.
So half time 14-0 to the Irish Vikings. What do you reckon they'd be saying over in the Hundaboo East African side camp there, Brucey? What would they be?
Right, just let's secure the ball and play some rugby. I mean, yesterday they were so up and down yesterday. In the first game they could have beaten GFI. Second game against the Wallabies they didn't turn up, and it's just they've got to get the ball to the danger players. The big number 13 yesterday was just making ground. Actually, different shirt today, but they were making ground. He was breaking tackles. He was quick feet. Yeah, I think they've got to go a bit wider and just retain the ball.
There's a gaggle of referees out there, Brucey. What do you reckon they're talking about?
Oh, there'll be some discussion about rule changes, sometimes it's just one of these confusing things. Someone will be saying, can you tell me what a scrum is? That sort of thing.
Actually, what would you call a collective noun of referees? Would it be a penalty of referees?
A bane of referees.
A bane of referees.
A bane of referees, I think I would call them, yeah.
So, waiting for, sorry.
Or a pratfall of referees, the Malcolm Pratt here. Yes, I think we'll call them a bane of referees, yes.
So, just waiting for the second half to start. It's cooled down just a little bit, Brucey. That cloud's come back and there's a bit of a breeze again.
I'm thankful for that, Clayton. It's going to just be a slow morning. I think some of these players will be. The humidity's still humid. I'm looking forward to the sevens, Clayton. I really do. I think it's just the way the teams have broken up. Maybe I'm a huge optimist, but I think Scotland are good. Maybe the strongest squad I've seen for a while.
Well, you did invent the game, Bruce. You'd like to think you'd win it eventually, wouldn't you?
One of these things, as I say, Twickenham last year, we finally beat the All Blacks. I know it's not proper sevens, but we beat the All Blacks in something, first time ever. So, the thing is, we've got a young South African team and a young England team in our pool. Tomorrow night against England to start the weekend. My weekend will either be great or not so great, depending on the result of that game. I think we want to get on top of the young kids, though. Young kids, if they get their tails up.
Yes.
It's not easy. You and I found out at the end of our playing careers late.
It's all very unfair, really, Bruce.
It is actually, yeah. We know what we're meant to do, it's just everything. Here we go. Kick-off coming, Irish Vikings to kick off.
So a bit of work to be done here by the Hundaboo East Africans. They need to get a try pretty quickly early on, I think.
And that's a good start because that kick's not going to
10 yards. So penalty to East Africans on the halfway. Short arm penalty.
I think for the spectators here, an East African try to start, which is good.
Between the Hong Kong Football Alliance and the Lao Ladies.
they're just announcing that exhibition game that's coming out between Hong Kong Football Club ladies and Lao ladies. They had the same thing last year late, and it's that this Lao rugby, it's all about education through rugby.
Oh, okay.
They're getting these kids into school, and there's an awful lot of folk in Hong Kong putting their time into it, as well as obviously a few governmental and non-governmental agencies and charities. I think mainly non-governmental work, but it's a great story.
Well done. It's a great thing. You know, obviously being keen rugby lads as we are, Brisu, it's just great that they're playing, but it's also they're managing to help them with their studies is fantastic.
I think that's the story that the Hong Kong Rugby Union spent 20 years getting it in the local community. They didn't understand the huge advantages of sport opportunity, and without being a bit old about this, just the discipline it brings into your life and the social doors it opens.
Well, I think a lot of sports, Brucey, in the end it teaches a bit more sort of respect for your fellow player, both in opposition and on your side, and you're right, it gives you a bit more discipline and I think a lot more moral values in terms of, you know, how to I suppose behave yourself and
just how to live your life. How to live your life, and it is. I mean, you know, when you're playing for your mates or playing against your mates, it's team sports.
So East Africans come away with the ball.
That's a lovely line. This should be a try.
And he's through there, so they got the scrum, nice clean ball, and finally we've seen a bit of wheels come out. They put the ball out in the midfield and
just moved it away from the fringes there, and let the strike runners go. Now, I think that was a different complexion in the game altogether late now.
So East Africans now on the board, 5-0 conversion to come. Should be straightforward. Right in front of the post. I think you and I'd struggle with it, but I think he'll put it through.
I think I'd get that maybe 1 in 3 times.
So 14 points to 7. Irish Vikings over Hundaboo East Africans.
See, in the announcers box we've got long-term 7s announcer Dave Williams.
Willow. And he's a great servant again, also of Hong Kong Rugby. A very, very, very funny man, as you know, Brucey. Also, he's
very funny. I think they should turn that music off and just let him talk a bit of nonsense to keep the folk amused.
So kicked by East Africans, gone down into the 22. Irish Vikings have the ball. Ruck come away with it. They're going to run it out of here. Scragged by the East Africans, the Vikings player. They're trying to hold him up, but he's got to ground. Referee saying open play. They could have just about won that ball at that point, but Vikings come away with it again.
It's just the exact counter to the first half. It's the Vikings that are pinned down in the 22 this time. Henderson, nice ball. With some decent wheels, I think, on the outside. Quite a big hit.
Yeah, lost the ball forward, so that was a great defensive play by East Africans. And playing advantage.
Here they have.
Not sure why you go that way.
I think go back against the that's just the way he was facing late.
So toe hacked the ball down the paddock, scrambling to get back. Oh, the East Africans nearly got there.
I think a wee action replay there if that was on the television.
Yeah.
I suppose you've got to say he held his nerve, the Vikings player there, he let it just run out. 22.
22 restart from Vikings.
I can't really believe that they're taking. Looks like they're playing for time already. It's 6 minutes to go. I don't think they want to take their time yet. Here we go. East Africans on the ball. Number 13, he's an elusive runner, lanky guy. Oh, offloads number 9. Samson Bogongo Asumu with the ball. Recycled again. Big runner now. I think if they come into open spaces here, and they've come across. Big ball runner here. I think it'll be straight. No, he's moved it. Big number 12 again, who scored the first try. No, he made the first try.
Yep. Physical, moved it forward.
And
nice little pick up there by the East Africans. Is he going to better make it? Ball inside, support player for number 12. Great work. He set that up originally and he finished it off.
The one that set it up, they made the break there. I think that may be one of the Kiwis actually, one of the New Zealand guys that are helping them. Patrick Patty.
Well, I'm looking at him, Bruce, and he doesn't look very Kiwi to me. Oh, sorry, there. Yes, my apologies.
Yes, that is a Kiwi. You can tell. He just said Cudgy Road to the guy who was past him.
So now we've got a game on. East Africans, it's all going their way in the second half here. It's now 14-all. And Vikings have not been able to maintain the momentum they had in the first half. It looks like the East Africans have sorted out their game and playing with a lot more confidence.
Yep, I think Vikings will want to field this kick-off. I think they'll run it up the guts. I think they'll come straight at them and then try and spread it. Let's see where we go.
And the team who scores first in extra time is the winner.
Stadium announcer just saying the team that scores first in extra time is the winner. I suppose more likely than the team that scores second, probably.
Well, that's a good point there, Bruce.
Let's go. Oh, now Vikings got some ball now.
Yeah, ball bobbling around there.
That's turned over. Yes.
Yes.
And great play and quick penalty taken.
And the East Africans look at him go.
Oh, doing the early celebrate. You'll have to be careful there. You don't want to do too much of that.
And penalty against Vikings, quickly taken by Hunter East Africans, and he just went right through the middle very quickly.
Scored. Just too quick. Yeah.
Vikings were a bit slow to react. I think they're a little bit unsure what the penalty was all about, and by the time they got back, he was through. So 21 points to 14 in favour of the East Africans. Different side this half, Brucey, and it's all been their way.
Yeah, I think it's a long way back for the Vikings now, actually. Unless they just can get back into their groove, which, 3.5 minutes is a long time in a short game.
East Africans do the restart, ball down in the 22. Vikings trying to put it over to the other side of the paddock.
A lovely step from the Viking. Big fall out wide.
Oh, nice pen.
Great move.
Great bit of space.
If he's got a man inside, he has.
Yes, he has. Support's there, but he's not going to have the wheels. I think he's looking for someone else.
That's a lovely circulate run. He's done really well.
Nice circular bit of run.
Now he's just taking it straight into contact, but they'll recycle this. I think if they get the ball to Henderson here, I think we might see some flash stuff. Oh, yeah, here we go. He's going at the line, stepping. Pops it to the big fella who just holds on, number 3.
East Africans over real quick, but Vikings look like they've retained the ball. No, they get a penalty.
Now, here we go. Big fella straight up the middle. Oh, and his hands are free. It's on here. It's on if he comes right. Oh,
yeah, it looks like there's a bit of space out here, but instead he's gone back into the centre. Referee blowing for the no advantage. Yeah, not 10, so they'll get another go. The Vikings.
I think they'll just tap this late. I don't think they'll be risking a line out.
Ball in hand's got to be what you'd want to do here.
Well, we're wrong again, late.
There we go. That's why you and I never do the tactics, Chris.
Maybe they probably need somebody they can throw in, though, late.
Aye, well, that's true too.
More to the point, somebody they can actually manage to lift off the ground, which is quite hard later in our careers.
So, gone for the line out, and Vikings get the throw, and they're about 10 metres off the East Africans try line.
Back for the backs, but it just seems such a risk. Well, mind you, great clean take. And the maul. Going to the maul, but good hit back.
East Africans are up to the task, though, and they're driving the Irish Vikings back. They need to get the ball out of there pretty quickly, otherwise...
Hands up for a penalty.
Another penalty. Okay. Pretty good defence by East Africans. Not a bit hard to see from this side what they actually did wrong, but nevertheless, Vikings come away with the ball. Nice big wide ball now, and there he is. He's over. It's going to be a bit of a challenging kick.
That was the number 10 that's not Henderson that scored. And that's I'll tell you what, a minute and a bit.
Yep.
I think he might have been tempted to taking a risk and stepped inside there. Maybe he trusts his kicker.
Yep.
Big kick coming. Oh, he's tight on the angle. He's not even back at the 22.
And he has a go, and it looks just off. Had a good go at it.
Right,
just went outside the left-hand side of the post.
Need to kick off quickly here. They shouldn't be wasting their time. I think a wee trickle up the middle for a minute there I thought was on, but East Africans have covered it now.
30 seconds, 7 seconds to go, Brucey. They need to do something pretty quick and pretty hard. Yeah, putting it high, giving his team a chance to get in there and contest that ball, but the East Africans take it in.
I think that required something a bit different.
East Africans are going to have a run it up. You'd think they'll be looking to maybe just tap it down the paddock.
I think they'll keep this late. 20 seconds to go.
Come away with the ball again, coming wide. This is what we like to see. They've got the runners cutting back inside, tackled by Irish Vikings. They're desperate to get hold of this ball in the dying seconds of this game. But
time up on the clock, and
East Africans come away with it again.
Get over him here. This may be a tough. No, they've seen tackled well. Big fella's done well.
Time's up, but East Africans still choosing to run this ball. Lining up the paddock.
We do know that the clock was a bit confusing yesterday, Leighton, so I wouldn't trust it either. I think
Right.
let's just play. The big fella took some time to think
Yeah.
there, and then he says, I'm going straight.
And they put the ball out. That should be the end of the game. So that was a good comeback from them. They were.
Watch here, I'm not sure.
Oh no, referee's still calling a line out. Still time to play.
That's why you don't trust the stadium clock. I mean, East Africa's I see the guy gesticulating, and wouldn't you? Because this could be a horrific result for them if this is turned over.
Irish Vikings take the ball. They've got to make this count. Putting it wide. Big pass
good hands
out.
from the
Nice
big man.
take. Yep.
Oh, and he's gone outside. This doesn't want to come too close to the touchline. Great tackling.
Forward.
But they've recycled.
Ball's there for the Vikings again. Going the other side. Step inside. Moving it wide. There seems to be a lot of cover out there from the East Africans.
Showing the ball, carrying it in 2 hands.
Needs to stay in the field of play. Needs to get some support in there.
That might just be it, Leighton.
The ball's out, and now referee's called full time.
A bit of worry there on the East African bench. It would have been a hard way to lose when the clock had been at 0 for about 25 seconds when they kicked it all out. But it just shows you that's them through.
Yeah, great result for them. They were behind, 14-0. They came out, they completely different team in the second half there, and
then the Vikings came back, and that was good. Good game of rugby, Leighton. Second day at GFI Hong Kong 10s 2018. Second day is always good games. Who's up next, Leighton? Oh, it's the exhibition game.
So we've got the exhibition game. It's going to be Hong Kong Ice Ladies 10.